Hello, everybody. It's Michelle, and I'm coming to you live here at CoalSpace in Orlando, Florida. And thank you so much for bearing with me that I missed my normal Magical Monday. It was the first time in 4 months that I didn't do a full broadcast. Even the day after the hurricane, I did a full broadcast. But I was down in Fort Lauderdale and I was teaching a basic class, and we were having a great time with our intro to theta healing down in Fort Lauderdale. And so tonight I'm coming to you right before our theta share here in Orlando, and we are experiencing the energy of the last bit of the old energy. We are moving into the new moon as we speak. So we are at the dark moon, new moon energies, depending on when you watch this video. And so what's happening here is we're right at the autumn equinox. We are coming into the new moon energy, which is the beginning of the first parts of energy for the after eclipse. We are finally in the new energy of creating a new world. And to find that, you have to find balance. And that's a hard thing. I know a lot of us are feeling that aftermath of whatever you've got going on. So some of you are out west. I know some of my regular followers are right in the section of the world who are still dealing with some fire energy, and those of us who are here in Florida are in the getting back power and getting back to school and getting back to normalcy here in Florida energy. And some of you are just getting back to balance, like whatever you have been taking on and feeling challenged by. There's a need to return to your equilibrium. So let's focus in on what do we do with that. I was in a mastermind group today, and one of the biggest pieces of takeaway that I received was a woman named Laura in the mastermind group said to the group, one of the things I had to do is I had to get really focused on what exactly do I do next? And that might just be taking a cup of tea or smelling an essential oil. I mean, it can be that simple as exactly what do I do right now? And right before I came on this call, I remind you guys that sometimes we get into the franticness. And I was certainly 100% in the franticness. I have been going for 4 days without much break, and a lot of wonderful, amazing things are happening, but sometimes we have to breathe. So we have to get centered. And the person that I was with reminded me to center, reminded me to clear myself. And so that's what I'm here to remind you is, do you pull all of your soul back into you at the end of every day or at the end of chaos? Are you reclaiming you when you're scattered all around doing this and that? And it may be all wonderful things, because the things I have going on right now are really incredible things. But that doesn't mean I don't get overwhelmed. You can be overwhelmed by good things as well as bad things. And so that's reclaiming your center. So bringing yourself energy-wise into your breath, bringing yourself energy-wise into a scent, bringing yourself energy-wise into your heartbeat. So recently I've been talking about the energy, and so everybody has a name for it. But one of the things that came up with my students over the weekend was understanding that the energy is a microcosm and a mini-cosm. It is everywhere and everything, but it is also a mini world within yourself. And really, Even though we're worried about what everybody thinks, everybody needs, everybody wants, one of the most important things to do is to remember that you're unable to do for everyone if there's nothing left of you. So we call this part of you back. It's not giving up on the people that you're helping. It's not giving up on the projects that you're working on. It is making sure there's enough battery pack to do everything, to focus on the big picture, to give that really deep healing, that really deep focus at work, that really next step in life, whether that's really personal or whether it's really external. So if you don't take care of the micro details, like having a cup of tea, eating a meal, that was the thing that I think really threw off my energy, was missing my eating habits. I think after the hurricane, or during the hurricane, I reverted to some eating, as we teasingly said, everybody in Orlando is just struggling not to eat their hurricane snacks, because sometimes you'll buy something for an extra special event, whether it's a good event or a bad event. You'll buy something, you'll want that piece of cake for a birthday party, or you'll want that Thanksgiving dinner, or that piece of pumpkin pie, or in this case, I made brownies for the hurricane. And then you snowball into some habits that you no longer want to live in. So today I get back to my normal life, my first day after the hurricane, back in Orlando, back in my own workspace here at Cole, back in my home. And what should my wandering eyes appear, but instead of eating or drinking a nice healthy green smoothie, which is my habit for breakfast, I revert to the fast food, this Starbucks habit, instead of that nutrients. So I have to go back to my habits. Very often we get into a habit that we love and nurture, and then we remember something that's a comfort food, or we remember some thing, and I see this with people who love to work out, and they suddenly got busy with a job project, and it's not that they don't want to work out, it's they got really busy, or they're helping with their kids after school, and